adult dirt bike. Nice, cool.
Hey, welcome back to EMP Cycle Works. Today we're working on a YZ65. We're going to be putting a Rekluse clutch in this thing, and I'm just going to show you how to do it. It's going to be a pretty quick video. Like it, like, comment, and subscribe. Really appreciate it. It helps out to get more content like this. Let's go. So the first thing I'm going to do is soak this EXP disc in engine oil. I just happen to have some Motul 10W40 3000 here. Start by removing the clutch, the cover here. I'm just going to break the bolts loose. My socket, and then I'm going to use my power tools to get it off quickly. Snap on gun just to finish it off. Or to make quick work of this. Alright, when you take it off, you have to be very careful about these dowel pins. There's 1 and 2. You want to keep track of those. On this. And when you remove these, you remove them a little bit at a time. Pull off the clutch pack. To get the rest of these off, and use a magnet and a pick. Right. Move the throw out. Catch you with the impact, it'll come off. Washer. And then the thrust washer. The thrust washer here. We're going to replace this clutch hub with this one. The frictions are going to be reused. That's weird that that one is all burnt looking and the rest aren't. It's definitely a different configuration though. I'm not familiar with this bike at all, so I'm just going to assume that that's normal. Because this thing is brand new. I don't even know if they've ridden it or how long they've ridden it. Install the Rekluse center hub. Reinstall the OE lock washer and reinstall the OE clutch nut. Torque the nut to 45 foot-pounds. So this washer is like concave. I don't know if you'll be able to see that. And I didn't notice that until just now. I can see that there is spline marks on inside witness marks. So this end goes in. And this is a lock nut. And more than likely you're not supposed to reuse it. So I'm going to use a little bit of red Loctite to make sure this nut doesn't come off. We're going to torque this nut to 40 foot-pounds. I have this little tool from Motion Pro that clamps onto the clutch hub and allows me to lock it. While I torque this nut. If you don't have this, you can use the impact to lock it down, but tightening is different than removing. You can over torque this and cause damage. And Rekluse even says that if you over torque it, you can cause clutch drag and damage may occur. So, you know, it doesn't say that these need to be oiled, but I don't think it's going to hurt anything to oil these a little bit. Just to make sure, you know, we don't have any dry spots. Even though the stock plates have been soaked in oil, have been ran in oil, I should say. But since there's two like that, I'm going to put two dark ones. I'm going to put the dark one in first. Followed by steel. Plate, so it's two steels. Three steels. Four steels. Five steels. Six steels. Six plates. And seven steels. Now I got a EXP plate that's been soaking in oil. That's going to go on top of the last steel plate. So we're going to install the OE throwout. Drops of oil. I'm calling this the lining plate. And index it into these slots here. So, and then we're going to install this assembly into the clutch pack. Alright, now we're going to install the Rekluse spring. I don't know what you call that. It's a screw sleeve. Install those. And just get it started. Alright, I'm going to tighten them up a little bit at a time in a crisscross pattern. Okay, I had to figure out how I was going to torque these, so I'm going to use my Motion Pro clutch tool to hold the plate while I use my snap-on inch-pound torque wrench to torque them. 9 foot-pounds on these bolts. In this case, I'm going to go 108 inch-pounds because it's the same thing. Again, I'm going to use a crisscross powder as much as I can. And then, because I'm never sure that I did anything right, I'm going to recheck these. And they're all good. Okay. Now there is a little bit of gasket material left on the engine case there. So I'm using a small piece of a maroon Scotch-Brite. This is an older piece, but and just lightly go over it. Some of this comes off, and you don't really want that in your motor. So I'll protect. Cleaning the gasket surface, or spending some time cleaning the gasket surface, can help not have to reseal this if it does end up leaking. We say it's better to do it right once than to do it twice. So I hate doing things twice. All right, we're going to install our OEM dowel pins here. I got a new Yamaha gasket. An extraordinarily dull knife. And this is a PW, so it doesn't have a part where the cases came together because they're split horizontally. So lots of sport bike clutches have seams that we need to deal with. We put gasket seal on time, but these don't. One good thing about putting the dowels in the engine case is it'll retain the gasket for you. And just make sure you install it the right way. We're going to install our new Rekluse clutch cover. So there's 4 short bolts and 2 long bolts. The long bolts go where the dowel pins were. They go through the dowel pins. That's why they're longer. And I don't know if this is proper, but use a little bit of blue Loctite just so these don't come out. Dowel pin was there. Bolts are all sticking out roughly the same amount. If it was wrong, one would be sticking out a lot, one wouldn't be sticking out very much at all. So that's how you can tell if you got the bolts in the right spot. Or that's how I tell if I have the bolts in the right spot. I'm just gonna hand tighten all the bolts in a crisscross pattern. I'm sure the service manual has a specific sequence here, but following the torque spec, which is only 7.2 foot-pounds, and 7.2 is beyond my ability to do math, apparently. 7.2 times 12, so 86 inch-pounds. And again, just in a crisscross pattern. And once I think I've gone in a crisscross pattern, I'm going to go all the way around again. Okay, since I opened this up and some oil came out, I'm going to empty it all and put the right amount of oil in. And if you wanted to do this without changing the oil, you could lean the bike on its side so nothing escapes. Is that the... That's a weird drain plug. Alright, gonna reinstall the drain plug. And torque it to 7.4 foot-pounds. 7.4 times 12. That's 88 inch-pounds. Inch-pounds, whip off any oil, get your clean funnel, and then Yamaha Lube SAE 10 weight 40 is what the manual calls for on this bike, and it's half a liter, so 500 cc's or 17 ounces. Alright, now that's how we install the Rekluse Revolution clutch. Now we got to set it up, make sure it works right. Adjusting the free play gain is pretty basic. All you do is hold slight pressure on the clutch lever and blip the throttle. And that slight pressure should move the lever about 1/8 of an inch toward the handlebar. And you want to adjust the cable at the perch until you get that 1/8 of an inch. It's pretty important for the smooth operation of this clutch. You'll know you have the adjustment correct when you put it in first gear and the bike doesn't lurch forward, but as soon as you give it some throttle, it will move. It's demonstrated here. So in first gear, and it goes into neutral easily too. So if the clutch drags or you experience slippage, then you need to reset your free play gain. The 1/8 of an inch is very important for the smooth operation of this clutch. As always, I appreciate the support from everybody. Thank you for watching this video. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you on the next one. Thank you very much for watching EMP Cycle Works.